Good morning, Year 9. Today we're going to do one of the exam reading questions together, particularly the exercise 6 about future plans and ambitions. I'm going to go through how you could have done a bit better in this question, as I think it was accessible for all of you. For that, I would start by looking at the instruction and having very clear what type of information they want me to find. So here we have 6 statements in Spanish and 5 questions in English. And I have to, they want me to find who wants to work in a specific places of work. In this case, travel agency, a bank, a hairdresser, a newspaper, and a school. So they're asking me for who, so my answers are going to be the names. Also, I know that I only have 5 questions and 6 statements, which means that one of those statements is not going to be needed. And here I have my top tip for answering this question, which is start with the statements that you are more confident with and eliminate options. So I don't know which statements I am more confident with just yet. I'm going to have to read through them and identify key vocabulary and cognates, which are very similar words in English and Spanish, as you don't have to understand every single word in readings. So let's go for key vocabulary. In the first statement, I know peluqueros, which means hairdressers. We learned this word while learning about jobs, so you should be familiar with it. I also know cortar is a cognate, so means to cut. I know el pelo, because we have seen it a lot in jobs and physical descriptions. El pelo means hair. And clientes means clients. It is a cognate and also means customers. In the second statement, I know ordenador, which means computer, but you may not have known this one. However, you could have worked out that contar is to count because it is a cognate, and you should have known that dinero means money. And again, we have clientes, so we have the money of the clients. In the third statement, we have a cognate, teléfono, which means telephone. You may have known that ayudar is to help to the clients, and that viajes means trips. But if you didn't know that viajes means trips, you could have done the connection with viajar, which is to travel, and having some similar meaning. In the statement 4, we have photos, another cognate, and I know that periodistas means journalists because it's another job we learned. In the statement 5, I have a familiar word, which is profesores, which means teachers, and also looks like professors, university teachers. And another familiar word could be alumnos, which is pupils. In the 6th statement, I have a cognate, which is animales, which means animals. And this already makes me think about the tip. Start with the statements you're more familiar with, more confident with, and eliminate options. So I'm going to start eliminating the option that I don't need. And it is going to be the last one, because animales, that word, is not related to any of those places of work in the questions. So I know that this statement is unnecessary, and I'm going to get it out of the way. And I'm left with the 5 statements I need. So I'm going to start with question 5, with who wants to work in a school, because 6 of you answered successfully, so I think this is easier. I'm very sure that profesores is teachers and alumnos is pupils, so this statement relates to working in a school. So Luisa is my answer for question 5. The next statement, I'm very sure, is like you, is statement 1 about Sonia, because I know peluqueros is hairdressers, and well, this is giving me already the answer for question 3. So I know Sonia for sure. It's the answer for question 3. So I have 2 statements left, less, and I'm left with 3 questions, 3 statements. So I'm gonna go for question 2 that also 5 of you answered successfully. So I'm sure that dinero is money, and maybe contar is to count, seems similar, and the job that is more related to money is, the place of work that is more related to money is working in a bank. So Pablo is going to be my answer for that one. And now I'm going to eliminate another choice, and I have 2. Maybe you only knew from these 2 photos and teléfono. And that's a bit challenging because newspapers and travel agencies are related to those words. So you needed to work out one more word to help you to answer confidently which one is which. So here I know that periodistas is journalists and photos, and that is related more to a newspaper than to a travel agency. So I'm going to go for Ignacio as the one who wants to work in a newspaper, and finally, eliminating that choice, I'm only left with Maria as the one who wants to work in a travel agency. So as you can see, by reading the questions really carefully, knowing what they want me to do, and identifying key vocabulary, was easy to start with the statements I was more confident with and eliminate choices for the ones I was not so confident with. So now you're going to have the opportunity to be more familiar with the vocabulary in case you didn't know, and then you will have the chance as well to repeat this question in exam conditions. And hopefully you will be more successful than in the exam.